Thunder cracks. In the black dawn, dragon-headed ships slice through fog. The Vikings have arrived, their axes raised high. Lindisfarne monastery sleeps, cloaked in silence. Suddenly, frantic bells ring. Danger is near. Jarl Eirik leaps from the prow, boots sinking into wet sand. He signals his warriors. "Attack!" Brother Cuthbert rushes to warn Abbot Edric, breathless with fear. "Vikings! On the shore!" Screams shatter the morning calm. Norse warriors pour into the yard, blades flashing, shields locked. Abbot Edric gathers monks behind thick wooden doors, his voice trembling as he leads a desperate prayer. A thunderous crash. The Vikings batter down the door. Hildegunnar leads the charge with a shout. Cuthbert freezes. Hildegunnar's eyes meet his for a split second. Will it be mercy or the axe? Jarl Eirik bellows, "Take the gold. Leave none standing." His warriors fan out, ransacking sacred relics. Fire erupts. Flames consume manuscripts as Vikings overturn tables, tossing oil lamps onto ancient parchments. Cuthbert grabs a glowing manuscript, desperate to save it from the blaze. Outside, terrified villagers scatter into the mist, chased by roaring Vikings. The sky burns orange with fire. Abbot Edric confronts Jarl Eirik, ancient faith against raw Norse fury. Jarl Eirik grins, mocking the monk's courage. With a chilling laugh, he swings his axe. Hildegunnar finds Cuthbert hiding among smoldering books. She hesitates. Curiosity flickers in her eyes. The ground shakes. Norse horns blare. Reinforcements. Shadows of more Vikings loom on the horizon. Brother Cuthbert slips through a chapel window, heart pounding, clutching the rescued text. Jarl Eirik kicks open a hidden door. He finds a treasure room brimming with ancient gold. Monks scatter as Norsemen storm the cloister, trampling flower beds and sacred statues underfoot. Hildegunnar corners Abbot Edric by the altar. She raises her shield, indecision clear in her eyes. Outside, rain begins to fall, mixing blood with ash in the mud as Norsemen loot with ferocity. Cuthbert stumbles into a graveyard, hiding behind ancient stones as Vikings pass by, searching. Viking horns sound retreat. Eirik orders his warriors to regroup. There's more to claim. Smoke signals spiral skyward, a warning to other English towns. The Vikings are unstoppable. Beneath smoldering debris, sacred relics lie hidden, forgotten by both conquerors and victims. Hildegunnar looks back at the burning monastery, wrestling with guilt and pride from the battle. Brother Cuthbert kneels, weeping over the saved manuscript, uncertain if hope remains. Abbot Edric limps through smoke, counting lost brethren with a heavy heart. Jarl Eirik's men argue over treasure. The thirst for gold could shatter their uneasy unity. In the shadows, Hildegunnar overhears whispers of betrayal among her own raiders. Brother Cuthbert slips through ruins to reach survivors, risking capture for a final rescue. Jarl Eirik senses tension brewing. He can't trust his crew, nor the English survivors hiding nearby. Suddenly, distant shouts signal more danger. Reinforcements may be marching in from inland. Hildegunnar locks shields with Jarl Eirik, preparing for the next wave, friend or foe. As dawn breaks fully, the ruined monastery smolders. A new, bloodier battle is about to begin. Will revenge or mercy decide the fate of Lindisfarne? The next chapter will decide all. Flames devour the monastery. Jarl Eirik wipes blood from his axe, scanning the shoreline for more enemies. Brother Cuthbert runs through smoldering fields, clutching the salvaged manuscripts to his chest, heart pounding with fear and hope. Smoke-smeared, Hildegunnar stands in the chapel ruins, her shield trembling. She's torn between finishing the raid or defying her violent orders. Abbot Edric, bruised but defiant, kneels in front of an iron cross, quietly praying as chaos echoes around him. Jarl Eirik orders his warriors to round up survivors, searching for hidden enemies as tension thickens with the smoke. Suddenly, a warning horn blares from the hilltop. The Vikings freeze. Reinforcements may be arriving. Hildegunnar finds Cuthbert hiding by the burnt cloisters. They lock eyes. Her axe lowers slightly. Jarl Eirik's men shout about gold coins found beneath the chapel floor. Greed sparks arguments among the Norsemen. Abbot Edric stands, battered, warning his fellow monks to hide. His voice is desperate, but filled with resolve. Brother Cuthbert, emboldened by Hildegunar's hesitation, whispers a plea for mercy. Her grip on her shield tightens. Smoke swirls above burning stone. Suddenly, Viking horns blare. Reinforcements are coming. Jarl Eirik snarls orders, rallying his bloodied warriors. In the shadows, Brother Cuthbert clutches the saved manuscript. His heart races. He scans for any escape, glancing back at the inferno. Hildegunnar faces Cuthbert, trembling axe in hand. Her eyes dart to the fleeing survivors and her own raging kin. Abbot Edric drags himself toward wounded monks, whispering prayers. He locks eyes with Eirik, defiant. Eirik orders a shield wall. His men thump their axes on planks, chanting. More enemy warriors appear, steam rising from their breath. Cuthbert darts between toppled statues, heading for the shore. Hildegunnar lowers her axe, eyes haunted by doubt. Torches ignite Viking longships on the beach. Some Norsemen scramble to save their own escape as arrows rain down. Local reinforcements, gritty farmers, and a few armored knights charge, rallying under battered pennants. Their leader points toward Eirik. Eirik laughs, swinging his axe as the villagers close in. Steel clashes, and chaos explodes on the beachside. Abbot Edric helps a wounded monk crawl to hiding. They hear screams and the clash of axes drifting from the shore. Hildegunnar watches as Eirik is surrounded. She must choose, to save him, abandon him, or stop the violence. Shouts rise. Vikings betray one another, fighting for the treasure. In the ruins, greed turns to violence among allies. Cuthbert reaches the rocky shore, dodging arrows. He plunges into freezing water, clutching the manuscript, praying for deliverance. A horseman bearing a cross tips the battle. Defenders roar as they charge down the Vikings, pressing them back to the sea. Eirik signals a retreat. Norsemen scramble for boats, tripping over wreckage. Not all will make it out alive. Hildegunnar runs through smoke, searching for Cuthbert. Her shield deflects debris as she leaps fallen beams. Abbot Edric sees Hildegunnar, enemy and savior. He silently begs her for mercy for his monks. Hildegunnar's hand shakes as she helps Edric and another monk rise. Fire roars behind them. Escape now or perish. Cuthbert crawls ashore, teeth chattering. He scans the horizon. The golden manuscript safe, at least for now. On the beach, Eirik fights off two villagers, battered but unbroken. He shouts for Hildegunnar. Will she answer? Vikings cast off, arrows pelting the boats. Some fall, never reaching the sea as defenders cheer. Hildegunnar rescues a weeping novice from fire, though another Viking tries to stop her. She deflects his axe, sparing the monk. Abbot Edric leads the last monks out a hidden door. They disappear into the fields as the monastery collapses. Eirik and Hildegunnar lock eyes one last time through the rising smoke, each changed by violence and mercy. The last Viking boat vanishes into the waves. Smoke rises. Lindisfarne is forever changed. Villagers gather, grief and rage on their faces. The monks clutch the relics they saved, united in silence. Cuthbert wipes his tears, vowing to protect the precious lore. He glances toward the horizon. The story's not over yet. Eirik broods at the prow, haunted by memories. Hildegunnar turns her back on violence, for now. News spreads. Other monasteries brace for raids. English kings plot revenge. Storms are coming. On Lindisfarne's blackened ground, ravens gather. The land mourns, but fate has not finished with them yet. Hildegunnar finds a monk's sketch of the raid, a haunting memory she cannot erase. Eirik studies a golden cross stolen from Lindisfarne. What did they truly win in this conquest? Abbot Edric buries his staff in the earth near the ruins. He swears to rebuild, shaking with grief and hope. Brother Cuthbert begins copying out the manuscript, hands shaking. He knows history will remember this day. The camera pans over the ruined island. Text: Lindisfarne, 793 AD, a world forever changed. Fade to black. But the Viking tides aren't done. Ahead, new raids, strange alliances, and an enemy from the east.